flame. Hold on, I can make it rain. Oh, do you hear the thunder? No, don't let it bring you down. Look up and see the light. You're not alone, don't give up like that. Oh yeah, got a ways to go. Break that wall, let the spirit flow. I know you ain't there yet. Don't stop to catch your breath. You're going higher and higher, higher and higher. Let go, set me free. Got the streets, all I need. We're going higher.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, time of possession should be a factor. The Panthers are top 10 in converting on third down, and they'll be up against the Niners defense that wants to make quick stops.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Carolina Panthers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player so he can't get outside of you.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Play action now, Prescott. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. And they get 14 yards there. At a first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Here's the Panthers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And he's got room to run past midfield. He's got daylight. 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. Did you see how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 46. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. And I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Hunter now will go in motion left. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Now he'll throw with Brady. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Throwing now is Brady. He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pickup there, a 22. Brady now on first down. That is caught at the 7. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 23. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him. And some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defense.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
See if they do that. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. Prescott going down the middle, and it's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Prescott looks to throw on first. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Prescott off play action. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up a third down. The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott from the gun. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 4th down, Anthony Lynn says, let's go for 3. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run out on. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And it's 21-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Prescott now on 2nd down. Room here to run. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Right around the 31. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a 1st down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Off the play fake, Prescott. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And the Cowboys on the board again. It's a 2-touchdown lead there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's in his own 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Brady going to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. Brady now on 1st down. A swing pass caught. And he'll be out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you make...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Now a handoff looking right. And some room to roam now. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A second down throw for Prescott. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Final play of the half. Prescott. And now he'll turn and off his back into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Now, never mind, Larry. Forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the third quarter of action already. This is fielded at the goal line. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards on the ground. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Now this time, Brady will throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other team.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 36. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Play clock winding down. To throw, it's Brady. He's going to float this one deep right side. A swing pass caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now they try the right side here. Fighting through, and he's got space. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 46 yards on the ground. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Prescott on third and goal. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see it back. Just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 73 yards. And the 49ers continue to roll. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Fielded about a yard deep. And now running, the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 30. And the Panthers in for the score.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Pulling on first down is Brady. And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a third-quarter score. And the Cowboys now, they've opened things up in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And now here's a carry heading left. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Back now here on EA Sports. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 2nd down, Prescott. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott to throw it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet at the 22-yard line. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Now Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Reuben Foster in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Here's Prescott. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, but hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Now, that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
To throw is Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
And he'll be knocked down sideways. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Green 39! Green 39! Gone, gone!
Now a play fake. Brady. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On play action, now Brady. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. First down, Prescott. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So still in search of the first down after that last completion. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's brought down. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet and then taken down right at the 30. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And again, it's Prescott. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Atkins. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. But they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defense